Hello again, grade sixes. One of my favorite things to do around the campfire is to sing songs and tell stories. So in this pretend campfire here, which I'm being attacked by from the side of my fort here. So if the fort comes tumbling down, you'll know exactly who it was, Jenny. But one of my favorite things to do is to tell stories around the campfire. So I'm going to read you a story. One of the problems that I'm sure we've all experienced in Saskatchewan when you're trying to do fun things outside are those pesky mosquitoes buzzing around, biting you, and then you're doing the SWAT dance. So I think that might be important to this story. So just listen. Okay, so this is a great author, one of my favorites, Robert Munch. I think you might know him. And the story is called Blackflies, and it's illustrated by J. Ojic. Okay? So Blackflies. Helen got up very early one morning, looked out the window and said, "No snow!" That makes me happy too. The snow is all gone. I love springtime. She opened the front door and heard, "Oh no," said Helen. "It's the mosquitoes. It's the Blackflies. They're here. Ah!" And she ran and hid under her bed. Then she got an idea. "I think," she said, "that I will see how bad the bugs really are." So she went to her little sister and said, "Megan, could you go outside and tell me how cold it is?" "Well," said Megan, "I guess I can, but I get to watch my TV show when I come back." Some of you have probably been experiencing this with your siblings, right? The negotiating on the TV shows and time. "No problem," said Helen. So Megan opened up the front door and ran outside in her pajamas. Anybody else been living in their pajamas? 16 gazillion black flies and mosquitoes landed on her. Megan yelled, "Ah!" The 16 gazillion black flies and mosquitoes picked Megan up and carried her across the road to the black spruce forest where the wolves and the bears live. "Oh dear," said Helen, "the bugs are worse than I thought." Then Helen's father came downstairs and said, "Where's Megan?" "Well," said Helen, "I think Megan is in the woods in her pajamas." "In her pajamas?" yelled Helen's father. "I'm going to go get her right now." And guess what? He ran out the door in his pajamas. Helen said, "I don't think that's a good idea." 16 gazillion mosquitoes and black flies jumped on him, picked him up in the air, and carried him across the road to the black spruce forest where the wolves and bears live. "Good heavens," said Helen. "I have to do something." It's like those gears are going. She's got a plan. Okay, something's happening. So she looked for bug spray. Ooh, yeah. Any of you thinking about maybe bug spray? Good time right now? Yeah. She found a can that said, "Really yucky bug glick." Gave a little spritz and said, "Yuck!" But not strong enough. Jenny, what do you think? Are you coming to read the book too? She found another can that said, "Super strong, really yucky bug glick." Gave a little spritz and said, "Yuck!" But still not strong enough. She found another can that said, "Super strong, extra yucky, even knocks out wolves, bug glick." Gave a little spritz and said, "Yuck, clack, glubba." That's strong enough. Then Helen ran across the street and into the woods, spraying the bug spray in front of her. She came to a big pile of black flies and mosquitoes. From underneath, something was yelling, "Ow! Ah! Ow! Ah!" Are you scared? Helen sprayed the pile for a while, and finally the black flies and mosquitoes flew away. Underneath was a wolf, and Helen was spraying the bug spray right into the wolf's face. The wolf yelled, "Yuck! Clack! Blah! And fell over. "Sorry," said Helen, apologizing to the wolf. Hey, look at, you can see him. He's like in a cloud of ugh. Helen walked some more, and she came to a bigger pile of black flies and mosquitoes. From underneath, something was yelling, "Ow! Ah! Ow! Ah!" Helen sprayed that pile for a while, and finally, the black flies and mosquitoes flew away. Underneath was a bear, and Helen was spraying the bug spray right in the bear's face. The bear yelled, "Yuck! Quack! Blah!" and fell over. "Sorry," said Helen. Helen walked some more, and she came to another pile of black flies and mosquitoes. From underneath, something was yelling, "Ow! Ah! Ow! Ah!" Helen sprayed that pile for a while, and finally the black flies and mosquitoes flew away. Underneath was Megan, and Helen was spraying the bug spray right in her face. Megan yelled, "Yuck! Quack! Blah!" and ran around, bumping into trees. "Sorry," said Helen. Big sad gloom. Helen and Megan went farther into the forest until they found another big pile of mosquitoes and black flies. It was jumping up and down, yelling, "Ow! Ah! Ow! Ah!" "I hope," said Helen, "that this is my dad. I do not want to meet another bear." Helen sprayed that pile for a while, and finally the black flies and mosquitoes flew away. There was Helen's dad, and Helen was spraying the bug spray right in his face. He yelled, "Yuck! Quack! Glabah!" "Sorry," said Helen. And they all stood still and heard a sound like this. That was 64 gazillion mosquitoes and black flies getting ready to come back because they had decided that they liked the bug spray. "Run!" yelled Helen's dad, and they all ran really fast through the woods, across the road, through the front yard, and into the house. Then, after breakfast, they all came out wearing bug jackets and bug hats and went for a walk in the woods because it was, after all, springtime. Yes. But unfortunately, there are no hats or jackets to keep away, dun dun dun, bears. Look at the bear. He's like, "Ha ha ha, joke's on you guys." I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you can find some good stories to read around the campfire as well. Thanks, grade 6s. Bye-bye.